everyone, welcome back. It's Rachel with Living the Journal Life. Today we're in my Hobonichi cousin doing the week of June 3rd through June 9th using this Hobonichi cousin kit called Sugar and Spice from Cocoa and Fluff. I love all of Cocoa and Fluff's 90s cartoon kits, so I was sort of saving this one for like spring and summer, and of course June is my birthday month, so I'm just using kits to make me smile, and this is one of them. I have a lot in this kit because I have the extra sheet of deco, the die cuts, extra washi, so I'm definitely going to do a couple of daily spreads as well. And then we will go back and flip through the last 2 weeks. Since I didn't get to show you a flip through last week, we'll do 2 weeks this week. So that's what we're in for. I apologize if I sound weird today or this week. I've been sick for a couple of weeks. 2 weeks ago, I had the other half of my mouth deep cleaned, and the recovery from that, I have a really sensitive mouth, but the first half of my mouth, it was no big deal to recover. I was a little sore, but this one, I was thinking about going to urgent care. I had like stabbing pains in my ear, and it was just like a whole thing. So I sort of lost that whole week to just like serious pain. And then this last week, I have had like the sinus infection of doom. The floof trees were floofing, and I was like, you should start neti potting and making sure nothing's gonna stick, and I didn't, and so now I'm paying for it. It's like moved into my chest, and I lost a whole week to just being like sinus infectee sick. So I'm feeling a lot better. I'm recovering, but if I sound funny and low energy, it's because I'm pooped, y'all. This has been a couple of weeks of roughness. Nothing horrible. I've definitely had worse, and I'm sure I will have worse in the future, but it was just one of those really exhausting like couple of weeks, and I'm hoping to get really back on track this week. So we're starting our 5th month, so it's a cycle of 4 weeks, so this is our 5th cycle of strength training. So this is going to be the easiest week of strength training, which is nice. We start out with like 3 sets of 5 on Monday, and that will be a nice like chill. By the 4th week, you're doing 12 sets. So it's a big difference between the first week and the 4th week. So last week was killer, and there were days that I think I missed 3 out of the 5 days last week because I was so sick. So it's nice to be back. This is my week of coming back to everything. I'm behind at work. I'm behind on my planners. I'm behind on everything. I'm behind on cleaning. So this is the week of getting back to it. And I got my Powerpuff Girls and me and Blossom and Bubbles and Buttercup are just going to be like all over this. And maybe I'll bring a little Mojo Jojo energy in there. I hope you guys like 90s cartoons, because otherwise, like, none of that made sense. But if you're my people, that might have made sense to you. This week is also a couple of doctor's weeks because I had to put off my rheumatologist last week because I had a fever, and you don't go into a rheumatologist's office with a fever because that's where a lot of high-risk patients are with like autoimmune diseases and stuff. So it's a big no-no to even come in when you're remotely feeling badly to a rheumatology office. So I put that off to this week, and that means I had to put off some dental work to the next week. So this week there's 2 doctor's appointments. There's my rheumatology and my mammogram, which is just a yearly checkup, nothing big. But since my sister passed away of breast cancer, I am very motivated to keep up on my yearly exams. You should do it too. It's squishy, it's uncomfortable, but it's better than the alternative. So if you are of the female persuasion, if you have breasts, go get them checked. This is your reminder to schedule your mammogram, especially I believe if you're over 40. I did not know that, so I didn't start getting them until I was 42 or 43. But now I know what I'm in for, and it doesn't seem like a big deal considering the alternatives. So those are the only 2 things that I have to do this week, and then I have lots of work. I haven't done laundry, and my laundry is piling up. Like, everything is piling up. So this is just trying to get back on track week. We'll see how much energy I have. I'm still fighting the sinus ick. The floof trees are still floofing as I'm speaking. I hope you can't hear it, but we're having like windstorms which let me tell you, if you have any sinus problems, windstorms are not your friend. So we have 2 atmospheric rivers coming in this week, which just dump tons of rain. It's like Seattle becomes Seattle of the movies. So whenever you see a movie of Seattle and it's just pouring down rain, we don't pour. Usually our rain is like drizzles with like 5 minutes of actual pouring, and then the rest of the day it drizzles. So the atmospheric rivers actually bring us the rain of the movies. So we're having Hollywood week this week too. So let's see what we can get done is the moral of this story. I just feel like it's very frustrating for me when I have 2 weeks of solid being sick. And it was 2 completely different sick. One week I was just hecka in pain, and then the next week I have a sinus infection. But it's 2 weeks of pretty much sitting around watching YouTube and doing a lot of nutting because my head in both cases was incredibly painful. So I am optimistically planning for this week to be at least a little bit better. I don't need it to be fully better. I just need it to be a little bit better. And I really hope I don't need to reschedule the mammogram, because mammograms out by me, I have to schedule them very far ahead. It's something, I don't know. There's a lot of ladies here, I guess, because or not enough mammogram machines. I'm not sure. Or maybe there's a shortage of techs. Whatever it is, they're booked up for months and months. So hopefully I will be well and happy and able to attend that appointment, because I do not want to reschedule that one. That one's a pain in the butt. And then the next week I have a cavity to get filled. And then I think I have one more cavity towards the end of the month. And then that is all I'm doing this month. I try and decrease the amount of doctors I do in June, just so it feels like an extra celebratory month where I'm thinking about, eating strawberries and having fun and playing games with my husband. Like, I try and make it a little bit more of a fun month, but the way things happened, I had to squish a lot of this into June, and I am determined that that is going to be the end of doctors. It's just going to be this 1 week, a couple of fillings, and that's it. So we'll see how that works out, because what I plan on happening and what actually happens isn't exactly always been similar. And I butchered that, but if you recognize that quote, you let me know. I'm setting things up a little random this week because of the way the Cocoa and Fluff kits are. I really like just varying up all of the different colors, putting boxes randomly. I put in a couple of doctor's appointments and a spot for laundry and a spot for weekly tasks. I have spots for certain things, but because this week is just get back on the horse and get to doing stuff, I don't have to have a lot of structure because I'm still me. And I'm not actually stressed. I'm annoyed about being sick for so long, but I'm not super stressed, so I don't need that really the structure of I'm having anxiety. I just need to get stuff done. I just need places to write things. And this kit, I really like it when you mix up the colors from the Cocoa and Fluff kit. Sometimes I'm really into color blocking, but with these kits, I really like to mix it up. So this is what I have left over, not a ton of leftovers, which I very much appreciate. And I want to do a couple of quick daily pages because because I've been sick, I haven't been touching my planner as much, and I don't have as much energy for my planner. So pre-setting up some days is really going to help me, again, kick off this week with some power. If I can just have things set up beforehand. This weekend, my husband and I we downloaded a new game. What is it called? Oh, Nightingale. So it's like this sort of Victorian time travel survival game. And when I have extra energy, that's probably where it's going. We finished V Rising. It was a lot of fun. My husband is in the video game industry, so it's sort of, board games are my favorite type of game. His type of game is video games, and we do a lot of those together. That's a lot of our bonding time. So it's nice to have some games to play, board game variety, video game variety, And you're gonna see I'm making really, really long to-do lists, and it's not because I expect to get that much done in a day. It's because I expect to have that much stuff on my mind that I need to get written down, and a lot of it's gonna migrate from Monday to Tuesday, um, Tuesday to Wednesday. You know what I mean? I'm gonna need that migrate space, and I'm gonna need that download space because I feel like I haven't done anything, and I want to have enough room as things occur to me that I can just write them down. So I want to add some big deco, so I'm pulling out the die cuts. And Mojo Jojo is probably my favorite character from the Powerpuff Girls. I know that's silly because he's the bad guy, but Mojo Jojo, I love him so much. So I'm hoarding that die cut, but I wanted to put up a couple of the big die cuts, some of the flowers, use some of the littler ones, and I have all three of the girls, and we have Satan, and it's gonna be adorable. And Bubbles is just like, yes, we've got Monday, and then Blossom is like, well, yay, we made it to Monday, and Buttercup's, yay, Monday, we made it through. So I just wanted this to look fun and pretty, and I need a very long to-do list on the left. The right is usually more of a journaling thing. I write about my day, I write about things that happen. So I just need a little bit of pops of color and Powerpuff Girl love. All of this is hand drawn either by Dawn, the owner of Cocoa and Fluff, or her daughter, and that just blows me away because they did such a good job not hoarding all of my Mojo Jojo, just that last one. I'm gonna have to find somewhere really cool for that die cut because it's gonna be painful to use it, even though I know I can just buy more. Please tell me you understand that because it makes me feel like a slightly small amount of freakiness. So I'm just looking at what inked pens I have, what inks might look good with this, and I decided on the Colorverse Blue Dragon in my newest Eco, just because it's got that blue with sort of red sheens, and I thought the blues and reds would look good with these stickers. And I use fountain pens in either broad, which this one is a broad nib, or a stub nib. So they put down a ton of ink and they really show off a lot of the ink's properties. And so if you look at this ink as it dries, you might think, oh, it's kind of red, or oh, it's kind of blue. It is. It's both. It's amazing. I love it. This was the Year of the Dragon release from Colorverse, and I will probably use all of the bottle that I have and buy another one. I love it that much, which I can't say about all of my inks. I have a lot of inks, but I do the Diamine Inkfint calendar every year, so I get 24 little bottles of ink. So I have a very big variety of ink, and a lot of them, when I'm done with the bottle, I'm like, okay, that was fun, good job. But this one is one that I think is going to be part of my ink rotation forever. It's a keeper. So I'm just writing down all of the to-do lists that I can think of so that I'm set on Monday and Tuesday, sort of all the things I can pre-think of. And I will, of course, add more as the days come, because that's what you do. I don't like to fill out the list completely beforehand, because then what will I do with the new lists that come into my head on those days? So this is how we have set up Monday and Tuesday, and then let's take a little flip back at the last week. This is the current week. It's Sunday. I'm not done with this week. It's last week for you when you're seeing this, but timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly. I really loved kicking off June with Peggy. And then I'm actually going to show you the week before that as well. This was the bee kit, and it's so pretty and springy, and I love the color blocking, and yes, so good. And then you can see I went to dentist. I wrote the wrong dates, and I went to the dentist on Monday, and then everything was horrible. So I had a thing that I needed to journal about on that Wednesday, so I just covered it up because it's just for me. Thursday, I just didn't have anything on that day, so I just put a big old sticker and wrote the 2 things that I did. Again, this was when I was having such bad mouth, teeth, head pain. And then this is about where I start getting sick. Around Memorial Day, we finished Bee Rising, so I put some of those little printed out sticker pictures in. And here we are. You're gonna see a lot of blankish pages because sick days. I'm lucky. I touch my planner on sick days. Saturday and Sunday. Here we are. It's into my birthday month, and here's Monday, all ready to get stuff done. So thank you guys so much for joining me. I hope you're having an amazing time, better than me. If you liked the video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and make sure you're subscribed, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.